Hi, my name is Strader, and welcome to Academic Affairs. Today, we're at West Liberty University, and we're going to take a look at their theater department and see how their student affairs could be benefited. Firstly, let's talk to Eva Tennant, a sophomore theater student with some helpful insight into the theater department and its needs. What resources would you like to be made available to you?
I think it would be good to have more classroom space, because especially a lot of our tech classes were put into the green room or the costume shop, and especially in our costuming class right now and in our makeup class that we had, it was hard to fit everybody in comfortably, and more professors in general because we have the two, and it's hard to get as many different perspectives with just two professors. But I think it would be interesting to be able to learn and focus on having an entire class focusing on those different methods that other people use, and then seeing what works better for us and that kind of thing. So I think that would be cool.
Do you think that fundraising is a viable option?
I don't think so. I think most of those would be less, some of them would be money, like hiring a professor, but that's not something you can do through fundraising. That's something that goes through the whole university. And a lot of it I feel like isn't really a fundraising thing.
Next, we're talking to Professor Michael Aulick, who's specifically a professor of theater, in order to gain some more of an understanding. Would increasing the amount of theater professors be beneficial to you?
Yes. A program of this size really would want 3 or 4 faculty or staff. It would be great to have 2 performance faculty, a design faculty, and a shop foreman. That would be the most efficient for a small program to be able to do the type of work we do, the quality of work we do, without overburdening anyone.
Do you believe that fundraising is a viable option?
For me, the viable option is that we have an administration who says we understand that theater is more expensive than other programs, and we support it in a way that isn't the same way, because we realize there's different needs to a performing arts program. So doing a one-size-fits-all for every program is the thing that is the hardest for the skill training type of program.
Finally, we're having a chat with Dr. Matthew Harder, the chair of the Department of Music and Theater, in order to draw some conclusion about the department's academic affairs. How involved are you in the theater department?
I'm not involved with the day-to-day necessarily, but I oversee the faculty. I deal with hiring adjunct professors. Otherwise, yeah, I think that's about it. The theater faculty run the day-to-day, and I'm the administrator.
Do you think that fundraising would be a viable option?
Yeah, definitely. And we do a lot of fundraising already. We have for many years. We did a campaign a number of years ago that resulted in new seating in the house. And so yeah, that is a viable option. It's not something we can do every year because our donor base can only handle so much.
As you have heard, the theater department here is small, both in academic space and the funds to support it. However, there is hope for the future within the department. Today we took a peek at West Liberty University's theater department. Together we learned a little bit about what might benefit their academic affairs as well as their students' experience.